I was introduced about many things, but I have one other background that was not said. I began my political career in Bangladesh as a student league leader, and I left politics as a member of the Communist Party of Bangladesh. And people ask me, why do you write about Awami League only, and also about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, not about Zia Rahman and Khaleda Zia? So I tell them, I personally met Sheikh Mujibur Rahman many times. I talked to him. He was my leader. I met Hasina also. I was one of them. I never met Zia Rahman or Khaleda Zia. So I write about people that I know very well. And I wrote a book online called Bangabandhu and Bangladesh. It's not a book written in flattering terms. I am originally a sociologist, and this book was written from my research. So if you type in Abid Bahar and in Google search, Bangabandhu and Bangladesh, you will have it. I searched his early life and his political career, and then I'm writing another book about Hasina called Normalizing the Unthinkable. That's also not in flattering terms. And I have several comments from several places saying if I go to Dhaka, somebody wrote, he will finish me in 10 minutes. So I have to leave. I'm okay in Canada. And in Canada, when there are meetings, people talk about me, and I try to be a bit careful because there is a person, Mahmoudul Hassan or something, of Bangladesh. Mahmoud Rahman, he was attacked with a knife, and there have been many attacks. So I also, when those things happen, when people attack their opposition parties, even in a country like UK, I try to understand that even. What is wrong with people chasing other people with knives, live guns? So yesterday I just opened, I was checking a newspaper. These are the headlines I saw. Unfortunately, I had to come here, so in a very short notice, I couldn't make a PowerPoint presentation, which would have taken only 10 minutes. I didn't have even that much time. So these are the headlines I saw. I'm reading it for you. Rally, procession, demonstration for power, gas, water supply. 1 killed, 10 hurt as Awami League men clash over tender. People take to streets to rally for power, gas, water supply. This is from another newspaper. PM orders 1 hour outage every alternative hour. Arson attack. BSF releases Bangladeshi farmer after torture. Khaleda Zia on graft case, not Hasina or Tariq. War crimes trial, all these topics. So this says all about it, what is happening in Bangladesh. So the name of my paper is Normalizing the Unthinkable. What the government is doing is that, Dr. Kabir Hassan gave us the economic picture and a little bit of political side. I'm not going to repeat those things because you will lose patience. What I'm saying is that when these things are going on, the government is trying to pretend that everything is normal, but everything is not normal. What happens is that, you see, this is not the first time things like this are happening. When in Germany, Jews were being persecuted, killed, And Hitler was showing everything was normal. It says normalizing the unthinkable is a process whereby ugly, degrading, murderous, and unspeakable acts become routine and are accepted as the way are done. There is usually a division of labor in doing and rationalizing the unthinkable. So there is a division of labor. Our Milik men are being employed, given tender, and the leaders are the patrons, and the workers are the clients, so they get paid. This is from a philosopher. Normalization of the unthinkable comes easily when there is money, status, power, and jobs are at stake. So you are hired and you get paid and you support the leader. And everything is normal to them. When I give a speech like this, people say, what's the problem? When I write articles, what's the problem? Everything is normal to a supporter because he gets paid, he has the job. But what about the ordinary people? For ordinary people, it's not normal. They don't have gas, they don't have power supply, they are losing jobs. From Malaysia, in Malaysia we don't have any Bangladeshis going to be recruited in future. So I would like to continue talking about several things. First of all, I'm not going to repeat things about the violations, but I was asked to say a couple of things in terms of human rights violations. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that what is happening in Bangladesh is to people outside the country, even to people inside, to the human rights activists, it's as if like what is happening in some African countries under dictatorship or some Asian countries. And we have to understand why. I just want to continue on this. I'm sure you know about the case that was started that Jamaat Islam leaders insulted the Prophet. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And can you believe this? Our Milik men are suing Jamaat Islam because Jamaat Islam insulted the Prophet. Very strange. Our Milik is saying they are secular. They are arresting people with beard. They are they are raping, some of the followers are raping in hostels. And they are telling us that Jamaat Islam is against the Prophet. I told you I was never been a Jamaat Islam follower, but this is ridiculous to me. How am I going to accept this? And the other thing is, you'll be surprised, they are suing also those people who were present in the meeting. It's not the leaders only. When someone was comparing the Prophet with one of the leaders, he was being sued, and those people who were presenting at the meeting, who were present at the meeting, were also being arrested because they were there. It's as if like, if Dr. Kabir said something that is not acceptable, the blame comes to me also. He's from USA, I came from Canada, and I just met him an hour ago. I'm going to be so shocked if people blame me for this. I'm sure it's as if like the wolf and the lamb story. Have you heard that? To blame, you were there. Your grandparents must be caused trouble against me or trouble for me. So that kind of thing. What is this? So let me give you a couple of other things. I want to say that things are going so badly. Some of the things were mentioned by Dr. Kabir. But I stopped writing articles about Hasina. Now I'm writing satires. I began writing satires.